bago yung ano tawag dito, Sonder, basahan ko muna kayo ng yung why can getting what we want make us unhappy. Whether we get what we want or we don't get what we want, ang tao na laging parang kulang or laging dissatisfied. Imagine you desperately want a new car. Before you have it, when I finally get this car, I'll be happy. Nung wala pa yung car. Then you get it, you feel excitement. But after some time, the excitement becomes ordinary. The car becomes part of your normal life. Then the mind says, what's next? A bigger house, more money, another achievement, more recognition. This phenomenon is called hedonic adaptation. Our emotional system tends to adapt to improvements, so what once felt extraordinary eventually becomes normal. And this reveals something interesting about human nature. Humans don't simply want things. We want the feeling we believe those things will give us. If I become successful, I'll finally feel worthy. If someone loves me, I'll finally feel complete. If I become rich, I'll finally feel secure. If I achieve this, I'll finally be enough. But when we obtain the object, the emotional high eventually decreases. Then the mind creates another destination. That's why having everything is not necessarily the same as being fulfilled or as feeling fulfilled. It is one of the three marks of existence. The traditional three marks of existence are: number one, anicca, impermanence. Everything changes, even happiness, success, relationships, youth, and possessions. Number two, dukkha, unsatisfactoriness or suffering, because we live in an impermanent world. Trying to make temporary things permanently satisfy us inevitably creates dissatisfaction. Number three, anatta or non-self. There is no permanent unchanging self that we can ultimately possess and define as me. So your question connects beautifully to dukkha and anicca. The problem isn't wanting things is bad. It's more subtle. We suffer when we believe that getting temporary things will give us permanent fulfillment. That's a very different idea. There is also something deeply human here. Desire itself isn't necessarily the enemy. Desire can motivate us to create, to learn, to love, to explore, to improve, to build, to contribute. The difficulty comes when I want this becomes I cannot be happy without this. That is where desire can turn into attachment. And perhaps this is one of life's paradoxes. Sometimes we spend our lives trying to obtain everything we think will make us happy, only to discover that happiness was never meant to depend on having everything. For your blog, this could become a beautiful episode. The paradox of getting everything you want. And your closing Zen thought could be, perhaps a fulfilled life isn't a life where you get everything you want. Perhaps it is a life where you learn to appreciate what you have, pursue what matters, and remain peaceful when life says no. Sa Tagalog, naghihirap tayo kapag naniniwala tayo na mga bagay na panandalian lamang ay makapagbibigay sa atin ng pangmatagalan o permanenteng kasiyahan. Nagdudulot tayo ng sariling pagdurusa kapag inaasahan natin ang mga bagay na hindi permanente ay makapagbibigay sa atin ng permanenteng kaganapan at kaligayahan. Nagsisimula ang ating pagdurusa kapag inaasahan natin ang mga bagay na lumilipas ay magbibigay sa atin ng kaligayahan. Ang problema ay hindi ang pagkakaroon ng gusto natin. Ang problema ay kapag ginawa nating kondisyon ng ating kapayapaan ang pagkakaroon nito.